Wow, isn't that awesome? Take a look at this, Lauderdale by the Sea. Beautiful, even when the sun is not shining. To me, that's absolutely beautiful. Look at the storm clouds moving in. And this is, again, I don't know why I've been using weather as a representation of precious metals markets and the economy, but the storm clouds are moving in. And that's exactly what we're seeing in our economy, and that's exactly why we're seeing gold and silver prices go up. However, don't ask me how I made that connection with storm clouds. But you cannot help but admire this view. Look at the bird out here flying. You see my little cursor here flowing around him here? Beautiful day. The water is crystal clear. Look how flat that is. This is the Atlantic Ocean. You know, if you live in our area and you're watching this in our area and you're a customer of mine, and you're not, but you're going to be, you can't help but appreciate where we live. And if you don't live here, I got to tell you, this view is even more gorgeous in person. I can't tell you how many times I've sat on this beach right here and just stared out here on some beautiful evenings. And this is facing east if you don't live here, so this is not a sunset. The sunset's on the other side here, which you cannot see. But anyways, hey, my little analogy, storm clouds approaching. Well, let's take a look and see what happens in precious metals. And I think, as I pointed out, my coin toss said that it was going to be up, I think, on Friday. You know, and the coin toss is just for fun. You never know. It's a 50-50 chance, or I'm not sure what coin tosses really are, 50-50, 60-40. Maybe it depends on the coin. But coin tosses are just chance, and we do that for fun. And it said that the markets were going to be up today, Monday, from Friday. And actually, I didn't concur with the coin because I'm kind of like making my own decisions and flipping the coin and seeing who's more right, me or the coin, by chance. And this is just for fun. But I also felt it was going to be up, and it was. And what we are seeing is steady as she goes today. Let's take a look at the markets here. Precious metal world markets and New York markets. We're up. Remember on Friday I was saying that I felt it was going to be an up market. Fridays are usually closed a little bit lower, and I've also been noticing a trend where the world spot prices, if they close higher than New York, it's kind of been saying that to me, and this is a trend I've been seeing. Trends don't mean anything. They can end at any moment, or the moment you trade on them, and all of a sudden they don't work. But I have noticed a trend for a little while that and this was only for the last month or so. Before it was kind of the opposite, especially with silver. But I've noticed a trend where if after New York closes and the world spot prices are opening a little bit higher, that usually indicates next day it's going to be about the same or higher. Again, don't trade on the information. It just seems a little trend I've been noticing, and it may end any time. And again, it was kind of the opposite for a little while too. New York was leading in silver and kind of gold. Now it's kind of the opposite. But I noticed these things, and it seemed to hold true over the weekend and Friday today. Let's take a look. New York spot prices closed at $19.85, $50 price range. I was looking at like a $25 price range. But however, a little bit higher. I was thinking like 1975 is what it was going to go to today, and it went about 10 bucks higher. Even the coin thought it was going to go higher, but it didn't say how much. I did. To give me credit more than the coin, I did say how much higher. But I was still off by 10 bucks. And it looks like, now this is kind of odd. What do you say about tomorrow, given that what I just told you about this trend? It looks like the world spot prices close exactly 1985. So my little trend thing saying that the world spot prices closing higher than New York meant that New York would open higher the next day. Well, what happens when the world spot prices are exactly the same and they close the same? That's kind of odd. I've not seen that, by the way, lately. It seems that one has led the other. So mark this in your calendar as being an anomaly. I don't often see this. So they close almost very similarly. And silver not too far off, but not exactly very similar in the same price as gold here. Let's see what silver did in New York. 27.11, 27.64. And again, $1.57. Silver makes these big jumps, man. You can make a lot of money in silver if you knew how to trade it properly. But my trading advice is buy and hold, especially with physical. You can't make money day trading physical. If you think you can, you're nuts. It's not going to happen. You got spreads to worry about. But if you can try to do it on ETFs, by the way, which are not real silver, just pieces of paper, you might be able to make some money there. But I don't recommend it. You make some money, you make some money, you make some money, then you get hammered. My suggestion, buy and hold physical stuff. And let's take a look at, well, again, world a dollar difference here, a dollar range in the world spot prices. And, oh, hang on, world spot, why do I get two? Aftermarkets. Oh, I see what they're doing here. My company did add aftermarkets on. So let's take a look here. Aftermarkets are down a little bit. World spot prices, $1.05 range. They threw me off with this aftermarket here. This is something new, by the way, folks. I'll look into this. So let me just stick with this, is what we've been looking at. And it looks like platinum is up 10 bucks and 8 bucks here. So everything is up today. We're in a bull market, so I expect this. But I do expect the pullbacks that we've seen. Right now, steady as she goes. However, expect some monkey hammering to come up, and expect some pauses, and expect some pullbacks. We are definitely going to see them. And these are all healthy things in our precious metal, in all markets. Pauses, pullbacks, and monkey hammering are all expected. Monkey hammering, just because big entities know they can get away with it and they can monkey hammer markets. And pauses because they're healthy no matter how they happen. And pullbacks because they provide us with good buying opportunities in bull markets. Meanwhile, this little aftermarket thing on my new page, I will find out what this is about, because apparently we are still trading. Closes in 22 hours. So I like this, that my paid subscription site with CCE here is offering me 24-hour markets now. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at, oh, steady as she goes. I like that statement. Let's take a look at this article. I like this, by the way. By the way, I'm going to say that 4 times, 5 times, good. Pause me right now and copy this guy's website. I like him. I like what he says. Now, you're going to see some advertising for gold and other things on here. I really appreciate if you do business with me, because I am local and I always try to beat the online guys' prices. However, I'm not afraid to give you good sites and good information, even if it may have sites to them selling stuff. I don't mind, because again, I can mostly beat them, and then you can come in and talk to me too. You can't do that with these guys. But I do like this article. You should definitely read it. Pause this, and up here take a look at my little earlier, and I don't think you can cut and paste it because it's a video, but copy this, tomlongo.me 2020 Markets Friday and Comics Paper dash Gold, or you can probably just type this in into Google right here. Market Friday, is this in Gold, Comics Paper Gold? Chances are that's easier than typing my URL in, so do that. Type this in. But really good article. Highly recommend you to read it. I'd go over the specific points, but you know what? I've done that a couple times already. I've gone over some specific points. So I can make this video really, really long, but it's so much easier and it's so much better for me to teach you to read these things for yourself. So definitely take a look at this article. Make some comments and tell me what you think in my comment section below after you read it. Here's another one for you too I think you should read. And I like this site too. I've always been a fan of the Mises Institute. You can take that politically however you want, but they really put some good articles in there as far as our Constitution, freedom, economics, especially the economic part. Now, it was kind of interesting to see them make comment about gold here. The debt inflation spiral is driving up the demand for gold. Well, you know, we know this. We know this is exactly what is causing the price of gold to go up. They are just, the money presses are on full tilt print, man. We have got a major depression on our hands if we don't pay all these people that have lost their jobs, 50 million plus people in this country, I believe, and all these businesses close. Man, if they don't give people money, there's going to be, these politicians, left and right, Democrats, Republicans, Trump, Biden, they're going to be tarred and feathered. We've got major shit going down. Why do you think they're paying us all? Why do you think that the printing presses are on full? You know why? Because they know that this country could explode at any moment. And I'm not trying to be a fear monger here, but it's absolutely true. Why do you think they are ruining a currency and economy by keeping the printing presses on full rock and roll? Why? Because they're fearful for their own lives and their own power, and they're hoping that they can pull another one out of their asses and make this work. Well, anyway, if they don't, and if they do, and even if they don't, you cannot go wrong on gold and silver. Anyway, definitely go and Google this. The debt inflation spiral is driving up demand for gold. Again, this guy writes some great stuff here. So you should definitely read this. I talked about an article he wrote earlier this week. You want to go back and look at my video and see which one, that's fine. But I'm going to start trying to influence you guys to take a look and read these for yourselves rather than me just take a few excerpts out of it and talk to you about it. Great article. Highly recommend you read it. It's part of my homework for you, actually. So let's move along here. What else do we have? Well, I guess what we have here from here is to talk about myself, a recap of what we've talked about already. But you know, folks, we are in a full-blown bull market. The economy is not great. Things are not good for this country. We have a very divided nation, left and right. We have people that won't talk to their own family because of this kind of stuff. And I got to tell you, really, it's not your brother's fault, your neighbor's fault, the person you disagree's fault with. It's the fault of our representatives in Washington, D.C., and our local governments and our state governments. It's entirely their fault, both left and right, Republican and Democrat. I urge you to make smarter decisions when you vote. It has a lot to do with I don't have children. If you have children, you should even be more concerned. It has a lot to do with the health and the wealth of our nation. Also, check out our Facebook. This is our store right here, small, and you're probably thinking, oh, it's kind of a small store, but you know what? We keep our expenses low, very powerful. We do a tremendous, and boy, I'm not bragging, but we do a tremendous amount of business out of this tiny place. If anything, you can call me frugal. But you know what? It's to your advantage because I'm saving you money as well. So let's take a look here. Oh, there's our website. This is Brian Kuzmar. Commercial rare coins in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Let's take a look at that sky one more time. Oh my gosh. Wouldn't you like to be here right now just checking that out? It's just gorgeous. I'm going to go there right after I talk to you. So, and you can come down here anytime and do this yourself as well. It's a beautiful little town. This is Brian Kuzmar from Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals, 954-493-8811. And if you look at our logo on our sign, we have an easy to remember number, 954-776-COIN. How do you forget that? Well, call us. And again, as I said, if you don't live in my area and you can't come to me, I really can't sell to you. I don't do any online stuff just because of security reasons, and I always prefer doing face-to-face. But if you can come and see me, great. But if you can't, you know, even if you're watching my videos, which I really appreciate you doing it, give me a call. I know I've grown up in this business since I was a kid. I know everybody and all the dealers. I know all the best guys in the whole country who you can do business with. Again, I've grown up in this business. I just started doing these videos. But give me a call. If I know someone in your area that I can send you to, I most certainly will. I'm happy to give you advice because there's nothing that would make me happier than to see people make money. And you know what making money does? It makes you happy. It makes your family happy. It makes the people around you happy if you're sharing that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great evening.